Hey YouTube, welcome back to the Axe Slinger. Today on Gears Reviews, we check out the Fortin Hex Drive. What's going on today, YouTube? Axe Slinger here with another gear review. So excited for this. It's time. Look at that bad boy. Hex Drive time. So, I've been waiting a long time to do a review on this. And there's some reviews on YouTube. There could obviously be more. So that's what brings us to today's video. The first thing I want to talk about with this pedal is the build quality on this thing is superb. Now, I know some of you out there might be asking, why am I going to spend, if you're in the US, I believe it's about that $225 USD. If you're in Canada, you're going to spend over $300 with shipping. So you might be asking yourself, like, why would I ever spend that much money on a pedal? And there's a very good answer to that. And if you care about your music, if you care about your sound, if you care about your gear, price should never be a factor in your decision. Okay? I know that it's people's incomes are not always streamlined at the same. However, you should never put a price ever on tone. And if you're good at something, it's like if you go and you do a show, you don't want to get paid $50. You want to make money if you're good as a musician. So the bottom line is this thing worth the price they're asking for? 1,000 million 50%. Yes, it is worth the money. Worth it. Build quality on this thing is just outstanding. It is solid. It feels like a brick. The other thing that I really love about this pedal, top mounts for your input and output. This is great. They sell it as a feature if you've got a tight pedal board, which is obviously a huge advantage to it. What I do and other people do, I hang this thing right over my amp. So two things. Number one, smart marketing, because Fortin has decided if we do this, not only does it fit a pedal board in tight situations, our guitar players are going to hang this over all of their gear. So you're getting free publicity, and guitar players, they want to pump this thing out as much as they can, because not only does it sound cool, it looks fucking awesome. It looks great. It's great. So the other thing is the clicking feature on this thing is super tight, or as other people say, toit. And it's got a really bright, shining LED when it's plugged in. So there's three options on this thing here. Okay, so you've got your drive, your level, and your tone. Now, what's different with this pedal over other overdrives is it's been shaped to different stages for the modern guitar player, but it also is very lethal as a weapon for classic rock, hard rock, and old school metal. So I'll demonstrate what I mean by that in a few minutes here when we get some audio samples. So what's really cool with this is the drive. When it's cranked up from 0 to about here, okay, it gives you your standard output of like an overdrive. When you go past noon, this is what's the selling feature on this for any metal guitarist. You start to get into some clipping. And it's custom done so that the clipping really get saturated. Like we're talking like people who pay thousands of dollars for amps, this pedal is going to give you that saturated tone. So I usually like to leave it right around here for the classic rock kind of metal sound. Right about here where the up arrow is for your output, that's where I usually leave it for metal sounds. Level, there's no reason why this thing should not be at 100%. And just straight up. The tone right here, think of it kind of like your mid section here. I like to leave it at 3/4. That's where it sounds the best for me. So yeah, this thing takes an adapter, which is right there. It also takes a battery. Let's go ahead and get some audio samples. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this thing in. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Share this channel. A lot of exciting things to come. We're going to go ahead and check out the tones on this sumbitch. So right now I have the Ibanez RG RT 421, and I've got a recent upload reviewing that, so check that out. And we're going through a Marshall 410H 100 watt tube head, 5153 Fender 212 cabinet, and it's got the Hex Drive in the front. That's it. There is no noise gate on this. I'll be doing another new review on that. Yeah, it's going to end up being the Fortin THOU, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so let's get right to it here. I'm going to run the sound without the Hex Drive and with it on, so you can kind of hear. We're going to go over crunch and some heavy distortion sounds, so you can hear with it and without it. And so basically my settings on this amp are resonance is at 8, presence is at a 4, and I've got crunch channel, we've got the bass at 8, I've got my mids at 3, and I've got the treble at 3 as well, and gain is at 8, and we're on the red channel of the crunch. So let's go ahead and let's hear what this thing sounds like without the Hex Drive and then with it. Muddy and flappy as hell. Let's go ahead and get the Hex Drive powered up. So you can hear right away, this thing sounds insane with it on. So let's hear it one more time on the crunch channel. Let's just pretend you got a JCM 800 or a low wattage kind of head. You're looking for a boost. This is the poor sucker on stage that doesn't have this thing. This is what he's going to sound like. And then someone such as myself shows up with the Hex Drive. The poor miserable guy's just looking for answers, and he can't find one unless he's got this pedal. So you can hear there's no competition at all. It just absolutely amplifies the sound of the amplifier. And the setting on the Hex Drive for this is like I was talking about earlier. I've only got the drive at about 25%, okay? And we've got the level at 100 and tones at 75, okay? So that's what that sounds like with and without. It's like day and night. There's no comparison, okay? I can't sell this enough. This pedal is impeccable, okay? You're not going to get anything better than this for an overdrive, especially for modern, tones. It's not going to happen. We're going to switch now on over to OD3, and I'm going to be on the red channel, I've got my bass at 8, mids at 2, I've got treble at 4, and gain is at 4 as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play this without it and then with it. Some muddiness there. And now with the fire-breathing Hex Drive. Especially as in palm muting. This is without it. With it on. So you really get some awesome articulation with it. And it's really good for palm muting and also for open. Kind of stuff as well. I'll show you what I mean. This is with it on. You'll hear how everything is articulate when you're palm muting and opening. Sounds incredible. We're going to go over now to channel 4, which is the highest gain on the red. We've got bass on this one is at 8, treb is at 3, mids at 2, and gain is at 3. Okay, so we're going to play it without it and with it. You're going to hear this is where we're going to get into some clipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move the drive at about 75%. And this is where you're going to hear some incredible clipping. So I'm going to first play without it and then with it. So here's without it. Here's with it. This pedal as well with some solo work. I'll show you what I mean with that. absolutely killer. If you want to, you know, hit those really chunky notes, still have some mid punch to it, but maintains the bass, you got to have this pedal. It's as simple as that. Hex Drive, baby. All right, wrap up this conversation. Every now and then a new guitar or amplifier company, music company, whatever comes along, you ask yourself, you know, we've got the usual suspects. We've got the Marshalls, the Orange, you know, we've got regular pedal companies too, like JHS, and you know, you've got Ibanez that have done tube screamers. You've got MXR, you know, but every now and then a company comes around that's like a dark horse, and I am predicting right now Fortin is that dark horse. You're going to see a lot more things coming out of Fortin. You're going to see a lot more endorsements, and I see nothing but good things for this company. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years, about 22 years, and very seldomly do I ever hop on board with new gear companies. I'm not a bandwagon hopper. I have to believe in the product. If I don't believe in the product, I'm not fucking using it. This I believe in, and it sounds killer. It's worth the money you pay for it. It is an investment. As a musician, you owe it to yourself. You want to sound the best, you have to use the best. Fortin, right now, anything to do with metal, they are the best. So, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share. We got a lot more exciting things coming your way from the Axe Slinger. Take care, everybody.